Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.
What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? So listen, what I wanted to talk about today is memories and how important memories are. A lot of times, when you are reaching, the point of a breakthrough, you need to control your memories. It is important to control your memories, right? Because, case in point, everybody always hears me talk about my grandparents and, their passing and, what that did to me to this day. But before then, I lost my uncle, and me and my uncle were very close, very close. And, he passed. None of us expected it. It was a fluke thing, it was one of them things that was just like, what? Why him? But I talked to him a couple of hours before he had passed. And those, of us that has been in the military understand that when you're putting in for leave, to take leave, sometimes it's a process, and depending on, who you got to run through, it's a process. So anyways, I was supposed to be coming home, and, they just kept messing around with my chit. And my uncle calls me, and he's like, hey, you said you was coming home, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I'm waiting on them. So he's like, well, can you send, Pops, can you send the baby? I said, man, I can't send him without me, whatever. So he's like, okay, well, you said you were supposed to be coming home, right? So after that, he tells me, he says, hey, listen, I want you to take care of Ma and Papa. So I'm saying, okay. He said, no, I want you to take care of them, make sure nobody messes them over, right? Now, he's telling me all of this, right? Now, this is why memories are so important. In that moment, I thought he was chastising me. Everybody calls me Little Rodney, whatever, right? But I'm a grown man, right? So I'm thinking that he's chastising me because he's telling me what I need to do. He said, I don't care what happens, you take care of Ma and Papa. And in my mind, at the moment, I thought he was chastising me. I thought that he was just getting on me, because I don't know what to do. A couple hours later, he passed. Now, people saw how hard that I went for my grandparents till this day, but they didn't understand. My last conversation with the person that was holding it down for them was to take care of them. He don't care what I got to do, who I got to go against, take care of them. That was our last conversation, right? And this is why memories is so important. Last night I had a dream, and my uncle was in a dream, and I haven't dreamed about him in a long time. But he came to me in my dream, and, it was then that I woke up with this thought about memories. You see, I could have took that memory and took it for what it wasn't meant for. And I could have said, man, the last conversation I had with my uncle, he was just going off on me, this, that, and the other. Or I could have took that memory and said, he was preparing me for where I am right now. And this is where a lot of people get things mixed up. You see, sometimes stuff happens, in your life. And a lot of times they say words don't never hurt you. No, words hurt. So when you're younger, someone can tell you you're never going to be anything. You ain't going to be nothing. Your mama wasn't nothing. Your daddy wasn't nothing. This, that, and the other, right? And you hold on to that. And it becomes the crux of how you live life. So you can live life accomplishing so many different things, but you're never happy because you're holding on to what was said then. Or you can take that memory, use it as, okay, they said I wasn't going to do anything. I'm going to prove to myself that they're wrong. Because we get it mixed up when we say, I'm going to show you. Because if people don't like you, it don't matter what you accomplish, they're not going to like you. If someone in your life told you that you wasn't going to be nobody, that's what they think. So you can go on and be the president of the United States and they will still have something to say about you. But when you hold on to that memory and you skew it in such a way to, I'm going to prove that one person wrong, you will go on and not fully be happy. Because memories, depending on how you adjust them, can shape your life. And a lot of times during this life, you can take a memory and you can read so much into it that it didn't mean what you thought it meant. You know, we always talk about generational curses. You know, your great grandma was this, your great grandfather did, you know what I'm saying? We always talk about that. And generational curses, don't get me wrong, is a real thing. But when you adopt that, it will become your reality. And everything that happens in your life, you will resort back to what that one person told you about the people before them and the people before them. You will hold on to that. See, I'm a firm believer that the devil will always attack your memories. He will always attack your memories. He will bring you back to a point when what you should be doing is thinking back and giving thanks to God how far you've come. You see, oftentimes I talk about, man, back in the day, I'd have put hands and feet on you. And that is a true statement. And don't cross me right now because I'm trying to be better. I don't know if I'm there yet. But when I look back over my life, and that's why these old gospel hymns mean so much. When I was growing up, when hearing these songs, you know, when I look back over my life and I see, you know what I'm saying, how much God has done for me, where I'm at right now, when I do take a glance back, I don't glance back and think about all the wrong. I think about how he has brought me out. And if you have that mindset, whatever you're going through right now, you would be a fool to think he can't get you through that. A lot of times what you're going through ain't from God. It's because you chose to put yourself in those situations. A lot of times the things that you want don't work out because that's God protecting you. You want this thing to work out, and it just seems like every time you get to that point, it's not working out, and you thinking God ain't just hearing you. No, God is protecting you. Because some of the things that we pray for, we aren't built to sustain them. We're not at this moment. I always talk about the lottery, and people always talk about, if I can just win that $40 million, you can't handle what you have right now. You can't handle what you have right now. So basically, to summarize all of this stuff up, you have to control your memories. Put memories in proper place. Some of us have been told some things in our lives. Some of us have went through some things in our lives. But the problem is when you still holding on to that. I can get up here and say a lot of stuff, right? But I am where I am today because of what has happened in the past and what I've learned from the past, and I move forward. And a lot of people are so stuck in the past that they fool themselves. That's why I can't stand when people say, I'm doing this for my haters. Why? They're going to hate you anyway. Y'all haters motivate me. Why? Well, I never understood that. People will come on here and say, yeah, y'all thought y'all hated me last year. Y'all gonna hate me this year. And they're gonna hate you after the next year. And what does that do for you? When what you should be doing is bigging up the people that believed in you the whole way. That's why when I see people and they do the stories, right? A lot of times they do the stories because they want to see who look at the stories. They want to see it. They want to see it, right? But in reality, what does it matter? Because if people don't like you, they're not going to like you no matter what you do. And that is God protecting you. So anyways, man, I hope y'all have a blessed day.
Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.